You it is, Heel Kang. We here with the man himself, Stephen Santoli, best player in Hamilton. Let's get it, other I guess I'll be. What do you got for us today, buddy? What'd you do?
I won the, I don't know what the choice is, 40-person tourney.
1K.
1K singles tourney, I think it's called.
What did you win for first?
6 rounds, 6-0.
What'd you get for first place?
I'm not actually sure. I just come to win.
Ghost Rare Chaos Neos.
That's what I get?
Yeah.
It's good to know.
That's why I was still soaked. Let's see the goo, buddy.
Alright, so we just played Sprite because I like level 2 cards. 3 blue, 3 jet, double red, 1 carrot, standard stuff. I think double red's good as long as you're in hand trap format. Going next format, we might have more back row decks or like spell decks, I guess. So this card might be worse, but I think it's still fine. It's just good to open up, and it's just insurance. Like if you're opening this and not using this effect, it's just part of your end board, which is fine. Then nimble cards, 3 beaver, double angler. This is standard as well. It feels a lot worse drawing these when you don't play the swap cards, because then it's like drawing both these makes your end board worse, but you still play them because you have to. I also play 2 diva. I just wanted more consistency, and I still bricked a lot today, so I'm probably going to try adding, or I'm going to try taking out less of the non-engine cards by a little bit, but this is just another starter. Let's just start going, so you might as well play it. I played Italy, so I wasn't playing any like hybrids, no Runic, no Malphys or anything. I think that the Malphys are kind of bricky in the sense that you need them in your hand, so if they're your starter, you can't summon it and then like play a lot of times. You're also bad going second. Well, this card's just 1 card. Malphys also are weak to forward wipes, well this isn't. So going first, you just, if you're full comboing, you give them the Ibly. Everything you have is in defense, and then you have a double cross. So all they can do is normal summon, double cross take, and then they pass, and then you just Gigantic again because you have them on the board. Blue jet, add Gamma Burst, and then that's game. And then if you can't get to this, then you just do normal Sprite stuff. I play 2 Fenrir, so this is a really good card. I was playing talents at 3 before, and I cut to 2 Fenrir, 2 talents, and I think this should be at 3. It's just better into hand traps because it's a body that gives you follow-up, as well as the fact that it's interruption. Because if your opponent's hand trapping you a lot, it means that they're not having as much engine, so this interruption can be enough. It's also good going second. 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Ogre. I think this is fine this format. Next format, I'm not playing the Drolls. I don't think it's needed.
They just announced you winning and everyone's cheering over here.
Yeah, that's fine. So I think the Super Heavy's always still decked, so Droll's in there.
Yeah.
Going forward, I'd probably just take them out for all I have tech cards end up being good. Spell cards, 3 starter, rip 1 of them. Like the deck's still fine. Lose a bit consistency, but I was playing 2 pots.
I didn't even know you lost one.
Yeah, so yeah, 1's going off from the list.
That's fine.
I mean, we played 2 pot this event, so I'm probably just playing 3 pot instead of.
Oh yeah.
So it's not the end of the world it hits, but I don't think this deck is like the be all end all in terms of strongest. So I think this is fine. 1 Gamma Burst. Because like I said, it's good for the OTK. You need it for 1 turn pushes, because after you give them Ibly, they still have all their advantage. You don't want to get into a grind game, you just want to kill them that turn. And they can't do weird stuff like Bestial or like summon on your turn, because you just start with Gigantic, they're locked into 2s, and then it's just free game shot like that. Double talents, a lot of hand traps around. This card still felt bad. When you brick it, does nothing. There's hands where you just get impermanent, it does nothing. I would probably cut this, or at least to the side. 1 callback because in hand trap format. It's also good. I like playing this card when it hits in engine cards, because if you go first and don't get hand trapped, just setting this and having you do nothing feels bad. But there's enough decks that you can hit engine pieces that feels fine against, especially like Super Heavy, Labyrinth. So that's fine. And then I didn't play Smashers. I just didn't feel it was needed at this point. 1 double cross as your form of interruption of, if we lock them, take their monster, and then they just pass, and then 3 Imperm as another good hand trap. Main deck was 41. There's a little bit of consistency issues. I don't know if that's just variance or not. I probably cut the 2 talents out, especially going next format, because there's like more Runic, more Striker. So you don't want that card and just put Fenrir's in, because it's just a better all-around card. Extra deck, 2 sprint. You don't need a 3rd. You go through 2 of them all on the first turn because you sprint, then you make Gigantic with it, and then you summon Ibly, and then you make another sprint into another Gigantic, just because you need everything in defense. It seems somewhat inefficient, but like if you're auto-win the game, because of Ibly, it doesn't matter. So do Sprint, 1 Phoenix, 1 Underworld Goss, because this is an in-out engine to Noir. I think it's come up like once. I don't think it's that good, but it's just there in case you need it. There's not much cash out of this local, so I didn't like play weird extra deck ratios. I could just play standard. 1 Bougie Link. So this is actually relevant this time. I played this a lot in older format, like earlier times, just as like, it comes up situationally. But if you draw Ibly, normally this card's just a Garnet stuck in your hand because you can't summon off Gigantic. What you do now is you just make the Bougie Link normally, so it's like Diva. If you open these 2, or like Diva or Starter, whatever, just Diva, then you make the Bougie Link, and this will activate to summon 1 from your hand grave. So you summon this from your hand, and normally you have to immediately XYZ summon with them. But with Ibli, you can't XYZ summon, so it just sticks here, and then you just make sprint and combo normally and give it to them.
That's great.
So there's a way of actually like making Ibli so it's not a brick. Like it's still not a card you want to draw, but it's you still just full combo through as long as you have like other engine pieces. Extra double Gigantic will probably be 3. One Mannequin Cat. This comes up a lot. I just like ending on it. Even if you're just grabbing follow up, like just grabbing another blue to push back, that's fine. Because your board, especially if you're getting hand trap, is breakable. But if you're grabbing like a start next turn, you can usually crack back to half boards. One Soul Sweeper just to remove stuff. Mosquito for like OTK shots. Zeus package. I play 2 Zeus with this cash everywhere. It's not cash anywhere, so it's fine. One the Jin, 1 Pearly, because it lets you make a bigger Zeus. This has never come up. I think this card's horrible, definitely cut it. And then one of this is again better for Pearly because it forces. Once you bait out 1 Noir negate, this card's unaffected, so you can just make this, swing in, and then just go to Zeus, so you still full clear board.
Okay.
That card may see play in future formats just because it means that if they have monster interruptions, like not negates, but they have ways of banishing like Mirror Jade, and you get to this, you can still guaranteed get to Zeus.
Yeah, that's
through boards. So that card's definitely good to continue playing. I play 3 Bell. It should either be Bell or Bestials. I still don't know what's better. I figured a lot of lab was today, so I put Bells in. I play against a tier, that's scary. Bestials are better. I think as long as you have something of some sort, that's fine. 2 Nibs, because for heavier combo decks, you can play 3, but you don't really want to put these in going first, because then you lose your board, and this deck doesn't have as much grind game because there's no elf, so it's more just like the additional hand traps what you already play for like super heavy and whatnot. 2 Mourner, this card's for Pearly. I think this card's bad. I just kind of put in last minute because it's good coverage. 2 Cosmics, 2 Lightning Storm just for back row decks. The 3rd Talents when you're going first, and then 3 Judgment as my go first card. Because if you auto win the game if you go first. But a lot of times, if you get hand trapped out once, you can't get to double cross. But this is the same thing as double cross. If you give them Ibli, Judgment to normal, and you still win off that.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much for the deck profile, Mr. Santoli himself. How was your time in the YC? You have a good time at least? I heard you had.
It was good until I punted day 2 and didn't top, but it was a good time. It was always
had
fun.
a good time. There's so many people there from the community there, right?
Yeah.
Thomas and email there. Shouts to Thomas.
They're always
Shouts
fun.
to, again, first to the 1K, Steve. Like, comes to Tab Shift more, guys. Maybe some more Santoli as he keeps crushing these tournaments. Hero Gang, we love you guys. Peace.